Hi everyone, this is Robin, and this is the last week this week for week 4. So last week was our first week that we really dipped in and took a deeper look at a particular leadership approach or leadership theory. We are going to be doing that every week now for the rest of the semester. Each week we're going to take a deeper look at a particular theory or approach to leadership. So last week, chapter 2, it was trait leadership. You also last week had the option of watching the video where I shared the results of the week 1 survey and the expectations exercise. And then of course I also updated the syllabus with the results of our expectations exercise. Now in terms of assignments, you had a weekly assignment, number 1, and that was taking the leadership traits questionnaire, doing some thinking and reflecting on that. Now I know from reading the reflection journals and just sort of looking at the forms in general that you guys really liked taking the questionnaire. And so that's good because we're going to be doing several questionnaire assessment type activities as we work through the semester. It's a great way to get some feedback. You can decide if that's accurate or not, but at least it gives you something to react to and to think about and reflect on. So in addition to that, you had a forum discussion. You also had your reflection journal where you talked about weekly assignment number 1. And of course, at the end of the week, your 3 stories paper was due. It is my goal to have the grade for that by the end of next week. So take a look for that in the grade book. So all of that was last week. One thing that I did want to mention was a little more about the forum discussions. So some of the forum posts have been a little thin. So really, just as a reminder, Bloom's taxonomy is a great way to think about how you might want to elevate your discussion posts a little bit. So if we look at the bottom, the base level of Bloom's taxonomy, it's remember, where you just recall facts and basic concepts and just sort of state your opinions. That is the most basic, the least sophisticated, the least critical thinking way to present your forum discussion. So you guys all have this in your syllabus. I encourage you to take a look at it, and as you write your forum post, say, okay, how can I not just be at the remember level, but how can I get up 1 or 2 or 3 levels in Bloom's taxonomy? So how can I move into the understand level? How can I be explaining ideas and concepts and tying them back to the book or other reading materials that we might have for that week? Or how can I talk about the application of that? So obviously I give you prompts for your forum discussion, but the completeness, the robustness, the sophisticatedness with which you create your initial post is really up to you. And I would like to see that higher on the Bloom's taxonomy. The way you're going to get full points for your forum discussion is to be rating higher on Bloom's taxonomy. So I just wanted to remind you of that. We talked about that week 1, but now that we're a little bit further in the course, it's worth revisiting. All right, so let's talk about this week. So this week, one of my favorite chapters, well, I have a lot of favorite chapters, but this one is really about engaging your strengths or strengths-based leadership. So you're going to be reading chapter 1, and then you have several assignments that you're going to do. So the first assignment, weekly assignment number 1, you're going to take another assessment that's going to look at and report back to you what your strengths are. And so you're going to, with weekly assignment number 1, have a chance to think about it. You're going to have a chance to reflect on it, and then you're going to have a chance to talk about it in the forums. The second assignment, weekly assignment number 2, I think is a particular one I like a lot. And you're going to provide feedback to at least 2 people on what one of their strengths is. So one person, what one of their strengths is, another person, what one of their strengths is. So in this section of the framework, I have a video where I talk about Johari's window, which is just a useful way to kind of think about the purpose of feedback. And then I have some information on receiving feedback and how to effectively provide feedback to others. And so then you're going to go ahead and provide feedback to at least 2 people. It's kind of addictive. You might find that you want to do it to more than 2 people. And then assignment number 3 is actually an optional bonus assignment worth a possible 2 points, where you're going to consider non-strengths and how you can enhance and support and develop those. So there's a little TED Talk to watch And then there's going to be some questions that you'll address in the discussion forum, but that's bonus points. So in terms of the forum discussions, you're going to talk about assignment 1 and 2. Those are required. And then there's a third forum for those of you who are going to participate in the bonus assignment number 3, which is optional. For your reflection journals, there's just one question on the weekly assignments. I ask which assignment you preferred, 1 or 2, and why that was. And then there's just some prompts for you to do just some general reflection on what you learned this week. So that is what's going on this week. I think it's going to be a fun week. If you have questions on anything, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you online.